All right, y'all, we're going to take a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad, diagnose it, see if it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. So, Boudoir low click syndrome is when the unique CTRL for a Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%. What this means is fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking anywhere on our ad, aka this is the number of women out of 100 that are not simply scrolling right on by. And so we care about the number of women clicking somewhere on our ad because then we know our ad has entered their brain. And when our ad has entered their brain, that's literally the only chance that they will ever buy from us. So we got to get this number above 6% and ideally as high as possible. Now, a unique CTRL under 6% is not normal, although it's the most common symptom I've seen in Boudoir Facebook ads I've reviewed and tested. This is actually a symptom of a deeper root cause, and that deeper root cause is the 3 pre-click mistakes, the 3 PCM. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low-click advertiser, a BLCA. So we get our universe taking shape here. BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Next, BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico. And treatment takes about a week. And the way we do it is, we simply duplicate the current ad with BLCS. So now we got 2 ads. We treat the second one, we treat the duplicated one with Boudoir Pico, and then we keep running both, or keep the original one off, whatever. We get our data for the second one, and after a week, we see which one has better metrics, and we keep running whichever one has better metrics. And once treated with Boudoir Pico, our Boudoir Facebook ads now have pre-click alignment, PCA. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. Basically, we get our unique CTRL above 6%. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. All right, so this is our universe. BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Solution simple though, it's Boudoir Pico, takes about a week. With that, we achieve pre-click alignment and we become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost. Now, this is from some of my residency. So went out there, found some Boudoir Facebook ads, tested the first one, found out the unique CTRL was 4.3%. So what do we know? We know that it's under 6%. BLCS is present. So I duplicated it, treated that duplicate with Boudoir Pico. Takes about a week. Got the unique CTRL up to 6.88%. So basically, old ad, original ad with BLCS was getting into 4 out of 100 women's brains. New ad, treated with Boudoir Pico, is getting into about 7 out of 100 women's brains. So we found out about 37% of ad spend was being wasted with that original ad. So if they're spending 10 grand a month, now they can switch to the new Boudoir Pico treated ad, decrease their ad spend by $3,700 a month, literally pocket that money, 40 grand. It's kind of a 40K bonus profit over the next year. And actually get their ad into the exact same number of women's brains with the Boudoir Pico treated ad compared to the original ad, spending way less money. All right, second part of my residency, found a second ad, tested out unique CTRL 1.39%. So, okay, we know BLCS is present. Let's duplicate it, treat it with Boudoir Pico, takes about a week. And then we got the unique CTRL up to 9.13%. So our ad was getting into like 1.5 out of 100 women's brains, the original ad. Now we're getting our ad into 9 out of 100 women's brains. So we found out our original ad was wasting 84% of ad spend. And now we can, instead of spending 10K a month with the original Boudoir Facebook ad, now we can spend simply $1,600 a month with the Boudoir Pico treated ad and get our ad into the same number of women's brains as the original. So we're spending, $8,400 a month less and just pocketing that as a bonus. It's literally $8,400 a month bonus profit every single month, 100 grand in the next year. Finally had a patient, his unique CTRL for his was at 5.03%. And okay, under 6%, we know that BLCS is present. And duplicated it. Traded with Boudoir Pico, takes about a week. Got his unique CTRL up to 15.35%. So we found out the original ad was wasting 67% of ad spend. So now we can run the new ad. We can decrease the spend by $6,700 a month, from 10K down to 3,300. Pocket that as a kind of like an extra bonus or profit literally every single month. And what's that? 80 grand in the next year. We can run the Boudoir Pico treated ad and get our ad into the same number of women's brains as the original ad running at 10 grand a month. And from my testing my data, the average Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting about 50% of its ad spend. I mean, we can look here, wasting 37%, wasting 84%, wasting 67%. The average of that is, somewhere between 50 to 60%. So, spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, it's literally 5 grand a month down the drain every single month. So 60 grand over the next year on average. All right, now we'll look at this, see what things we can see that could point to BLCS, yes or no. All right, so we got the below creative cluster mistake here. Basically, the false belief that caused us to make this mistake is we're following what filling out all the fields Meta recommends we fill out. And the consequence of doing this is we have way more women scrolling by our ad than normal. And the reason why Facebook likes this is more women scrolling by ads means Facebook can serve more ads per unit time, which means Facebook makes more money per unit time. And it causes us to waste more money per unit time every time there's an impression. So that's bringing our unique CTRL under 6%. Next, look at the creative, the video. Yeah, I looked at it. This looks like an ad mistake. So the false belief that caused us to make this mistake is we believe our ads should look like ads. And for social media, that is 100% incorrect. This actually causes way, way, way more people to scroll by than necessary. And, we're spending that money to get those impressions and scroll, just scrolling by. And so we're wasting all that money. Bringing our unique CTRL under 6%. And finally, see more headline first 2 3/4 lines, Facebook newsfeed mobile, ink enthusiasts, exclusive solution. All right, so yeah, we got the lack of context mistake here, lack of context of who we're specifically speaking to. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is, well, we've seen other Boudoir Facebook ads like this, and our ads probably working good enough. So, we're like, might as well keep it rolling. But in fact, it's causing way, way, way more women to scroll by our ad than necessary, not even click anywhere on it. Our ad does not enter their brain, and brings our unique CTRL under 6%. So yes, I do believe this Boudoir Facebook ad. So my diagnosis is I do believe this Boudoir Facebook ad does have BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. And yes, I believe its unique CTRL is less than 6%. All right, so if you're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, and you've decided you need to find more way to generate profit in the business, pull some profit out, because there are boudoir photographers, new ones entering the market every day, everyone with an iPhone, everyone with a camera. And you've tried, everything else you've tried, all the other options, you've exhausted those. So you're looking for something new. And you want to be able to save, on average, 50% of your ad spend each month, eliminate it, and have that kind of as a bonus profit, 60 grand, and then on average in the next year. Then shoot me a DM on my next patient intake day, which will be, man, who knows? Who knows when the next day will be? But my DMs are closed right now, but my DMs will be open the next patient intake day.